Ricky, you race 2 on Wednesday night's programmes over 2,200 metres. You've got a couple of runners in the race, Reach Goal and Little Fairy. Let's start with Reach Goal. He's one of only 2 course and distance winners in the field. He's a horse in good form.
He's improving all the time, but only thing is the Happy Valley track, and over the trip, you'll find a little bit difficult for him. But certainly, I don't think eventually the trip for him won't be a problem.
That run at Sha Tin 11 days ago was pretty good. The handicap has left him on a mark of 50, so certainly giving him a chance.
Yeah, but the difference is running better race at Sha Tin, but this is a tighter track. He'll find a little bit of difficulties.
He's a bleeder, Ricky, as well. What do you have to do different in training with a horse like him that you know has bled in the past? I mean, the fact he's holding his form is obviously a positive as well.
Yeah. Well, when we first found that he bled, we sent him back to Chung Fa, and just take him along slowly and gradually picking up his conditions. And at the beginning, we cut his feet right down, and then again gradually build up to normal.
He's got Harry Bentley on. You and Harry have got a really good record this season.
Yes. This season we work along really well, you know? And me really say that these English jockeys do well for me.
They do indeed. Must just ask you a quick line on Little Fairy as well. He looks up against it in the race, does he? Might just be a bit tough for him.
Yes, he's one of the youngest in the field, and I find it a bit tough. But it goes good, you know. If he had a better draw and safe ground, that he'll finish off well.
No, I suppose both your horses, 11 and 12, obviously not ideal draws. Good luck with them, of course, on Wednesday night, but more pressing matters ahead at the weekend. Voyage Bubble is over in Dubai. What's the latest on him, Ricky? How's he doing?
Doing really well. All the feedback has been positive. When he first arrived, he lost about 35 pounds, and in a few days' time, he gained back on a normal weight and been eat up, and he seemed to work on the wrong way, you know, not the Hong Kong way, and he copied it really well. Good preparation. He had one gallop already, and he's not putting one step wrong.
Am I right in thinking you've got Brick McDonald over there, haven't you? She used to work with the horse, and she's over there looking after him now. Is that right?
Yes, the former Australian girls that they used to ride him at the very beginning, and these two are partners. So even though he left Hong Kong, and you still ask her to come to Dubai and work the horse for me, you know.
You've got Mikel Barcelona riding him. Has he managed to have a sit on him just yet, or will he'll have a sit on him before the weekend?
Yes, so I'm still talking to his manager whether we can find time to work him one in the morning. I want his maybe most likely his final gallops, and he's a jockey, he's a European jockey. He can do well in Dubai, you know. He knows the track.
Indeed, and I guess for you, Ricky, I mean, you must really enjoy travelling horses. To have a horse like him to go to a big meeting like Dubai, it's an exciting time for everyone, isn't it?
Yes, but he's been thrown back to Chung Fa, Hong Kong, and with his temperament, I won't say that he found any problem for travelling.
Frankie Law, we've got a Wednesday night meeting coming up at Happy Valley, of course. Race 6, you're going to saddle Cheer for South, a pretty lightly raced horse, but the run last time was really good in defeat.
Yeah, last time he won really good. Before, I think last season, he looked like a Go in front lead should be better. But last time he just followed the horse, and then he still can come strongly, so I'm really happy.
He's not had much racing, Frankie. I know he had that little bit of an injury last season, so last time out was his second run after a decent break. I suppose always good to see a horse run well second up after a break. You must have been pleased with the way he ran, and how did he pull up after the race?
Yeah, he pulled up good, and this time I think maybe he can lead, or the other horse will lead. So doesn't matter. If we can lead, we can lead. If you cannot, we just sit second, yeah.
He's got another nice lightweight. I guess this looks, one of those typical races at Happy Valley. They look pretty open. Lightweight, decent draw. He's got plenty going for him.
Yeah. I like, usually he got lightweight and then put the boys on still, maybe cam 1 or 2 pounds. I think easier for the horses, yeah.
And I guess when you look at the form of last time, Frankie, I mean, he was beaten by Solar Partner, who was dropping in grade. So, if theoretically, he was beaten by the right horse, wasn't he? Really?
Yeah, but last time I think he's a little bit wing. So I'm not sure, but I think he should be fun on the farm track. Yeah.
Yeah, he does look like a nice chance. I must ask you about Loyal Bobo. He was good once again there. He's now gone back to back. He looks like a really nice horse, Frankie.
Yeah, he looks good. When we just take him go to the 1400, he looks better than before. I think later on he can go maybe a little further, 1600. Yeah.
Mark, show respect. It was a nice winner for you and your stable last time out. You put a bit of headgear back on him, and it seemed to have the desired effect.
Yeah, look, the first couple of runs he had for our stable, I just concentrated on just getting him to relax, and then it was time to put the blinkers back on in the right race.
It was the first start over this trip for your stable as well. Were you sort of the opinion that he needed to go up in distance?
Yeah, but he just needed to use himself a bit better first. So hence those first couple of runs, just getting him to relax and switch off before we got him up to his right distance with the blinkers back on.
He's had some decent form before he arrived in Hong Kong. I guess the burning question now being the fact he's 0 from 10 in Class 3. Where do you sort of sit as far as him going up in grade? I mean, now that he's got that win, do you think there's a bit more to come?
Oh, look, I think so. Look, he won with a bit of authority. He was pretty strong at the line. He's come up with a good gait and a drop in weight. So those factors certainly help. But yeah, he does need to continue to improve.
And I guess nice for you to have this connection as well with the team at Yulong. So I think you trained for them in Australia, didn't you?
Yeah, I did have a couple of horses for them, and Mr. Zhang, he's been the biggest investor in bloodstock worldwide in the last few years. So, pleasing that he's been granted a couple of permits in Hong Kong. We've got another horse just coming out of, ready to come out of quarantine today. So, be nice if we can have a couple of horses here for him and a couple of winning horses here for him.
Zach, back to Happy Valley we go Wednesday night. You've got some nice rides. Beauty Infinity certainly one of them in the last. Victim of circumstance last time, I suppose, when beaten.
Yeah, you sort of don't expect both the leaders to miss the start in a small field like that. Just took the pace out of the race and drawn where I was. There's nothing we could do about that, but he ran well. It was a good effort, and hopefully he can have a little bit more luck.
If we can glean the positives, I mean, he ran on really well, I suppose, as you would expect, and for that, they've put him up a pound for it officially.
Yeah, it was a good effort. He tried hard, he just did a bit too much work.
He's clearly a very nice horse going forward. In a race, obviously, where one or two perhaps look a little bit more exposed, you've got a horse who certainly looks on an upward curve for sure.
Yeah, he's done nothing wrong. He's continued to improve all the way through, and he's becoming more consistent, and he knows what he's doing, so he just needs some luck.
He certainly looks a strong chance. Looking back, and we'll also look ahead as well, looking back on the Derby, now you've had time for it to sink in, I suppose. A super performance. I mean, it was being hailed as one of the very best Derbies we've seen for a little while, given the nature of the win.
Yeah, whenever you have a tearaway leader like we had, it always makes for an exciting race. It's an element that we don't get too often, and when he was so far in front, I must admit, when I come into the straight and seen where he was and knew what horse it was, I thought it was going to be tough to catch him, but once we started to get some momentum and get out after him, I was reasonably confident I was going to get there. And, it was a good feeling. It was a great race. The winner and the second horse looked like they're both destined for big things, and even a couple of horses that finished down the track look like they're at their right distance. They'll be able to go a little bit higher in the ratings as well. So all in all, it was a great race. I ran a good time, and it was good to be part of it.
The occasion's certainly not lost on almost everybody. I mean, Dennis thoroughly enjoyed it, didn't he, as well?
Yeah, of course. It's hard to win any race here in Hong Kong, let alone a race of that significance. And, being under pressure with the horse coming into Hong Kong so late and having a rush preparation to get in there, there are all those extra added elements to it. And, it was a relief for him. It was very satisfying for me, and it was just good to win another one.
Certainly was, I'm sure. Looking ahead, you've been engaged to ride in the Doncastor, a race that you've certainly got a very good record in.
Yes, got 3 of them. 4 would be a little bit more comfortable, so we'll see. He did well as a 3-year-old. He's been running honest races this time in. He enjoys Randwick he gets in with a nice enough weight, so he'll get his chance.
Yeah, militarised, of course. And I mean, it's a race, Zach, where for those that probably don't follow the Australian racing as closely, I mean, these types of races are not easy to win. I mean, they're fiercely competitive, aren't they?
Well, yeah, it's a big handicap as well. So you quite often get a very large field, and quite often you get a lot of rain at the meeting as well. So that can change things. But yeah, it's just a really competitive race, and it takes a good horse to win it.